Hey guys, this is Jacques from MakuluLinux. Today I'm going to be showing off the update, well, a preview of the latest build of the Xfce edition. Now I am making this video inside a virtual box, so please ignore the top bar. You can see there's a little top bar of VMware. So that little blue bar you see sticking out there, that's not part of the distro, that's just VMware, the actual little border window bar. So just ignore that. Anyway, so to get on with this preview, okay, so we are very close to release. There are very minor bugs, if any, that still exist in this build. It's been extensively tested. Um, you'll notice as I'm busy actually speaking, you'll notice probably a couple of things on the screen that stand out. But I know a lot of guys have seen the previous editions and have used the previous editions, so they pretty much know all the basics of what to expect when installing a Makulu edition. But I'm going to cover from A to B kind of thing just quickly so that the new users will kind of know what's going on. Okay, so typically with our Xfce editions, we usually include a dual menu. We'll include a whisker menu on the left and a synapse menu on the right. Okay, synapse is basically a quick launch menu. So you can start typing an app's name, and as you type it, it kind of brings up the app. You can just push the down button and just enter button. Just hit the enter button and just launch the app. So it's quickly without needing to click somewhere, go somewhere, scroll. It's a much quicker way of launching apps. So if you're the traditional user, you can just use the menu on your left. If you feel like quick launching, just use the menu on the right. I use both. I mean, I'm more of a traditional guy, so I use the menu on the left a lot. Like I'd say about 80% of the time I use the regular menu, but I still have my 20% occasionally where I use the synapse. So it has its uses. So I feel very comfortable with it there, especially it takes up so little space, and that 20% of the time it's very useful. So for some other users, it might be the other way around. They might use this 80% of the time and the regular menu maybe 20% of the time. But both have their uses. So that's really great. It's also been one of the main attractions of the Xfce edition. Apart from that, the guys that are new will see there's a clock on the desktop. There's quotes on the desktop. Both the quotes change every 2 hours with the wallpaper. The wallpaper runs with a wallpaper changer, variety wallpaper changer, so you can either select the wallpaper yourself or just let it sort of work like a slide through. Every 2 hours it will change by itself. So there's a really nice selection of wallpapers with this edition. So really nice wallpaper selection. I won't go through those. I'll leave those for release. There's also a giant theme selection. By default we use the dark theme, but if you go to appearances, you'll notice there is a huge selection of themes. I mean, let me just run through this list. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's an insane amount of themes, so users can really customize their desktop to whichever theme they want. Um, yeah, it's a massive amount of themes. Okay, on top of that, you'll also notice that this is a different icon set to what we usually use, to the default one Makulu's been using for about the last 2 years. Okay, we've been using the birth icon set for the last 2 years. With the Xfce series, we've now switched to the Mulki icon set. It's a very smooth look, very round look, actually very nice look. I kind of felt like we needed a change and something a little bit more colorful, more flashy. As you can see, lots of colors, lots of flashiness. Um, you see it on the buttons, on the icons themselves. It's a very attractive icon set. Anyway, so that's the Mulki icon set. so users will notice that as well. You can also change to the buff icon set. This is the previous icon set. Those that feel more familiar or more comfortable with the familiar Makulu buff icon set, I have included it. So it's really easy to change back to that if that is what you prefer. Okay, so just appearance icons, you just go to Makulu buff instead of Moki Makulu. Okay, so you can easily change to that. You'll also notice that this time around you have a sort of a 3D rotating mouse cursor. It's a very awesome looking mouse cursor. It's got a sort of reflection to it. It's got shadow effects, and it spins in almost like a 360-degree spin to it. Very awesome. Now that comes in 3 flavors, although only 2 of them have this spin effect. Okay, so it's got the silver 3D, the gold 3D, which is also probably going to be very popular, and then it's got the blue glass. However, the blue glass does not spin. Okay, so you can either choose the gold or the silver 3D. I've also included the Pixel Fun mouse cursor set, which is basically a normal mouse cursor but without the tail. You know, I did include this in the Aero build as well. I quite like it. Sometimes I use it. The Numix mouse cursor is always pretty. The Oxy Black is just also always been one of my favorites. But of course my new little toy is the Silver 3D. Okay, so that by default is enabled in Makulu Xfce edition. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so with all the aesthetics out of the way now, I want to get more into what else is new or what to expect in Makulu. Okay, now one of the biggest features that stand out here is the dock bar on top. Okay, now there are a couple of things about the dock bar. Firstly, I'm not a big dock bar fan. Okay, so I've always avoided dock bars where I could. Unfortunately, this time around, I had a good reason for putting it up here. Okay, uh, since using Google Chrome, I thought, well, why stop there? Why not, go further, take it a step further, and make full use of Google Chrome? You know, it's got a really nice application feature, and so I kind of started using Chrome apps and just playing around with that and customizing those, even making my own. Um, anyway, so I started putting in Chrome apps, and they work pretty well, And as you can see, I've linked quite a few here at the top panel. Okay, the top dock bar. Okay, so these are also available via the Chrome apps. In your normal menu as well. There's a Chrome apps little category over there. You can find them inside there as well. So okay, anyway, so for example, let's open Facebook. Inside VirtualBox, these can be a little slow, and also they can flicker and do all kinds of weird stuff, but that's just because VirtualBox usually doesn't support OpenGL fully. Okay, I'm just going to log in. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to pause the video, obviously. I don't want everybody knowing my login. Okay, so then we're logged in, and as you can see, I've got full Facebook. Well, I can do anything. I can even click and watch.
Edward Curtis undertook and eventually completed the greatest photographic odyssey in American history, arguably in world history.
Opened in a browser.
And his goal was to document a people who were just at the cusp of what he thought was vanishing.
Close the app, come back, click Facebook again, and it opens right in its own little app window, and there we go. Facebook at my fingertips. Don't have to open a browser, don't have to do anything other than click the little button on the top launcher, and I'm inside Facebook. And I can go to pages, favorites, groups, send messages, go crazy, do all the stuff you usually do in Facebook with no hassle at all. There's my own profile, blah 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 blah. So that's Facebook. There's the messenger for Facebook, WhatsApp, WeChat, Google Hangouts, Twitter, Pigeon, Skype. Let's click on Skype. I know I've previously logged into Skype. Let's see, just give it a second. And Skype is loading. and there I'm inside Skype. Okay, now I've mainly used this to type. I don't really do voice and video often, but it says here blah 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 blah, install a plugin if you want to use audio video calls. Then I'm going to minimize, I'm going to take that away, but yeah, you can just install the plugin. It's painless and quick. Anyway, there inside Skype I can just minimize that window. I can put it onto a different desktop, yeah, in its own window. Don't have to open up a web browser to get to it. Don't have to install a program. This is a few kilobytes. It takes no space at all, just about. So yeah, these plugins are really awesome. They open up in their own little windows, and you can quickly access them simply by just clicking a button. Click a button, that's it, and there you go. First time they open, they might tend to take a half a minute or minute. I suppose they're initializing, but you see how quick that is. Once I've signed in and I then open them, it's quickly and quick and painless. You can also access them here via the Google apps, the Chrome apps. You can just click there, and there we go as well. So it doesn't matter whether you launch them from the top dock bar or the menu here. They open up as fast on either one. Okay, I just put them here in the dock bar on top to make it quick access, so you don't have to open additional windows, you don't have to go to a menu, you don't have to do anything. You can just simply just push up the mouse cursor and just click on one, and there you go. I've also put a MakuluLinux one here, which I created. Opens up Makulu site, so you can quickly and easily just I know there's a couple of guys that usually sit on the Makulu site. They can just access the site quickly and easily. Sorry, I'm staying in a hotel right now. A lot of people use the internet here. It tends to drag a little bit sometimes. But there you can even watch the video live on the screen inside the app window. Don't need to go anywhere. You've got full flash support, everything. So there's no issues with that. So these plugins are pretty awesome. Okay. I also put a donate one there. The guys that do want to donate to the project, it's very easy. You just click the donate button. It takes you straight to the donate page, bypasses everything else, so you don't have to sit and wait 6 hours and click this and click that. You can just fill in there and just go ahead and donate via PayPal. So that's quick access there as well. Anyway, so yeah, these plugins are really awesome. You've got, of course, the popular ones: Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp, WeChat, Google Hangouts, Twitter, Pigeon Messenger, Skype, Instagram, Gmail, YouTube, Google Drive, Google Maps. Okay, so those are a lot of commonly used social apps. Of course, the WhatsApp and the WeChat is quite easy to use. You pretty much just click on WhatsApp, like for example WeChat. Let me show you how this works. You can click on the WeChat, then go to WeChat on your phone or WhatsApp on your phone, either one, and it will ask you to scan the code. You just go ahead and scan QR code, and just give me a second, just booting up my phone here. There we go. I've scanned the code on my phone, the QR code. Login successful. Log in. There we go. Confirm on my phone, and as you'll see now, there I am inside WeChat. So now I can go to contacts, and I can, let's see who's here. Sorry, I can just go Brian, for example, and I can, hello Brian, what's up? And I can chat inside WeChat on the PC without any hassles. See how quickly, and it's in its own window there. It's in its own little window. I don't have to open up a browser. I don't have to struggle. I don't have to install a third-party app. Or I don't have to install anything really. You don't have to install anything for any of these. You just click, log in, and off you go. So you got all these social apps right at your fingertips. Okay, so Now, the next part, of course, is a lot of people don't like the dock bar. A lot of people won't use these social apps. Okay, so everybody, a lot of people are going to go, oh wow, that's nice. Now I can just click on something and use it. And there's going to be other guys going, oh damn it, now it's becoming bloated. I don't need all this crap. Why are they putting this crap in? Okay, so this is why I have included in your favorites menu there's an enable disable dock bar, quick and painless. Just click on it. It says dock bar provides quick social access, blah 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 blah. You can enable dock bar, which is enabled right now, or you can simply click disable and dock bar is gone. Not only is dock bar gone, it's gone out of the menus. If you go to the menus, you go to system, you'll see it's gone there. There's no dock bar. Accessories, there's no dock bar. It's gone. Literally gone. It doesn't boot up with the system. It doesn't use any extra resources now. It's been killed in the processes. It is gone from the system. Okay? So if you want, with one simple click, you can completely disable the dock bar. Completely. And then just use your computer the normal way you would use MakuluLinux. You'll even see the memory usage go down after you disable dock bar. Of course, the guys that want the dock bar can just go back to dock bar again and just click enable, and it will just tell you to reboot your computer or log out and log back in. So let's log out. So log out quickly and log back in. There we go. Log back in. And let's have a look. There, the dock bar's back because I clicked enable. So just log out, log back in, and it's back. Okay, so very simple, quick and easy to enable or disable dock bar. Click of a button, click of a button. So this way I satisfy users of both groups. The guys that don't like it, disable it. The guys that like it, use it. Even the guys that disable it, even if you click to disable it, you can still access the Google Chrome apps even from the menu. So if you don't like the dock bar, that's fine. You can still click all these apps straight from the menu here. Very, very quick and easy. Very simple. Just click the app and it opens up, as you can see. No hassles at all. Just painlessly easy. So MakuluLinux Xfce edition basically has full social integration at this point in time. So this is something that's really new, and I know I'm focusing on it a lot today for the length of the video, but I really want people to understand how all this works. Okay, so yeah, so for the most part, I'm very happy with the release. I like the theming. We've always gone with a dark color with the Xfce. It's been the main theme that it's always had. I've kept to that standard. The border theme is new, of course. I really like this big border theme that stands out. The buttons are clear. You can minimize the apps into themselves, sort of minimize it into themselves instead of to the bottom. So that's nice, especially when you've got some of these apps open, like you can minimize, not all of them, some of them have the feature to minimize inside themselves, so that's nice. I think the WhatsApp and WeChat can do that. Let's open. Yes, they can. So you can always just minimize the WeChat, pull it one side, carry on with your work, and I'll just put it up there somewhere. And then I think WeChat as well. I mean WhatsApp as well. Let's try the WhatsApp. Yeah, as well. So some of the live messengers you can, and you can just sort of minimize and maximize, roll it out of itself again, and just But anyway, the main thing is you have full social integration inside the VirtualBox. So that's pretty cool. The dock bar itself looks quite nice. I'm going to enable this again. Enable. And then let's just re-log here quickly. Log out. Just to show the full effects of the dock bar. And log back in. Quick and painless, and there we go. It's got some nice animation effects there. It's got some nice background text. So very, very visible, very easy, and really just quick to get access to, so that's nice. The 64-bit version, which is the one that I'm showing right now, doesn't have compass enabled by default. Compass, I don't like it on 64-bit. It's always been problematic, and I just prefer not to have it on the 64-bit build. It is on the 32-bit build, so the guys with the 32-bit build can go crazy with 3D effects, but it won't be on the 64-bit build. As usual, you've got a variety of language packs, more than 350 language packs at your fingertips, so quick and easily change to another language without even internet connection. You've got all the back-end drivers installed. You've got full access to a majority of file systems that you can install. So yeah, this is a really powerful version that's obviously going to be going live. You've got all the apps that come standard in MakuluLinux. You've got Wine pre-installed. You've got Steam pre-installed. You've got a couple of graphic apps, a couple of internet apps, and you can install Firefox as well. It is in the Synaptic Package Manager. Opera's in there. There's a couple of browsers in there that you can install. You've got full access to mega.nz. So that means basically you've got 50 gigs of free online storage you can use there. There's the Google Drive client if you don't like using the one inside the um, Chrome apps. I've also included the default one that the guys on Ubuntu use. So you got full access to that as well. You've got some nice media players. You've got WPS Office Suite. So there, as you can see, when it's enabled, it actually puts the icon there. When I disable it, removes all of these icons. Yeah, LeafPad's the default notepad editor. You've got pretty much everything you could want in here, including the fact that I've also configured everything with volume management. If you plug in a storage device, it will pop up. If you put in a blank DVD, it will ask you if you want to burn it. Multimedia, you put an audio CD, it will play. You put in a video CD, it will play. Put in a camera, it will boot up GTCam app for managing cameras. You plug in a printer, it will open up the configuration for printers. Plug in a keyboard, it will open up keyboard settings. Plug in a mouse, it will open the mouse settings. So you've got a lot of stuff here done for you. Really, really well done. You don't have to do a lot of manual work, so that's always nice. We've got full A to DP Bluetooth support. This is going to be a really nice release, and it's been extensively tested. We are currently on beta 13. After all the alphas and before the alphas, even my personal versions, and then you get the alphas and then the betas. So 13 betas is a lot. So it's been tested well. It has a nice look, really nice feel. It's fast and speedy, even inside a virtual box. And of course, the top bar, doesn't interfere with anything. As you can see, the moment I bring anything inside that little space, it vanishes. But I can still move the. Oh well, that other bar is there now. Okay, I can still move the mouse up to the top of the screen and it will pop down. Of course, not with that panel there. But on a normal PC without that panel, you move your mouse to the top and it comes down. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of stuff's been pre-configured for users to really ease of use. That's the word that comes to mind. Ease of use. You can simply just use the system without much trouble, without any problems. It's got a nice look, nice feel, very polished, beautiful themes, beautiful wallpapers, nice mouse cursors, nice icon set. You got access to social apps right on the top panel. You got this nice pre-configured whisker menu for that you can use with the menus on the left. You've got the quick access menu on the right. You've got the latest Xfce edition. You've got the kernel version 4.2, I think 0.20. So the kernel's pretty much on par with what's out there. At least the latest stable build. yeah, this is very good stuff. You've got your admin system icons on the bottom left, bottom right. You've got favorites on the bottom left. Yeah, this is going to be a really good build, and I think the users will really enjoy this. It's fast, it's speedy. The resource usage isn't too high. Um, the quick access to social apps will make a massive difference in people's lives. Being able to just one click something instead of always having to go 6 clicks or 7 clicks and then wait and then this and that. Um, yeah, everything's about speed nowadays. So this is Jacques from MakuluLinux. I just wanted to show off. This is very close to release, very close. I'd say a week, two at most. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if this is out by the end of the week. Already the beta testers, the guys testing, they pretty much have nothing to report, and things that they report is silly things, kind of things that I forgot to do or whatever. Really silly stuff. Not really what I would call bugs. So no major bugs have been reported for quite a while now, actually. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is out by the end of the week or possibly next week. Most likely next week. So keep your eyes out for this. And yeah, I will chat to you guys soon.